Hi, I am Amma Duncan, founder of the Fabulous Woman Network. A few months ago, I did a series of videos on data detox to help us understand how to protect our data. Today, I am going to do another video on a voter's guide. A voter's guide is a document by Tactical Tech based in Germany. They did a research and they are helping us with information on how political campaigns persuade us to either vote for them, to donate to them, volunteer for them, or whatever it is that they want from us. So I'm going to do this short video to just explain a few of the things we need to understand regarding our data and political persuasion. Like I said, this is brought to you by Tactical Tech based in Germany, and you can find more information on www.datadetoxkit.org. This series is part of the Data Detox Kit, and for this particular video, we are going to answer the following questions. How do political campaigns use my data to persuade me? Where do political campaigns get information about me? What does my social media say about me? Did I agree to share my data? And finally, what can I do? Very soon we'll be entering the election season, and I'm sure you've noticed already, everywhere you turn, there's a poster about an election campaign, there's a billboard, and even on social media, you see ads about political campaigns, and as well as even on websites that have nothing to do with political campaigns. And I'm sure you may wonder, how is this happening that I'm just going onto this website to buy a pair of shoes and I'm seeing an ad about politics? Well, political campaigns have various strategies they use to get to know you and then target their ads at you. And that is what this video is about. Political campaigns gather information about you from various sources, which we'll look at shortly, and they use that to target their messages to you, knowing exactly what it is that you are passionate about. They do what we call profiling. They profile you and they give you exactly what you care about, so you pay attention to their ads when they reach out. Once they profile you, they send you personalized political messages. It could be a flyer that they deliver to your house. It could be an exclusive Snapchat filter. It could be an advert on YouTube or even on your smart TV. It could be an email, a text message, a phone call, or it could be through your social media feed. So it is not a problem for them to send you a personalized message. Of course, it's an ad. However, the issue is how they are getting that information, number one, and number two, some of this data they are gathering about you could actually be private information. For instance, the website you are visiting, you don't want the whole world to know if there are certain websites that you want to keep private, and of course it's private to you. However, because they have access to these websites, that is how they actually get the data that they need from this source and many other sources put together and profile you. Tip number one, switch up your routines. For instance, before you give your contact details to a website so they send you newsletters, think twice. It may be nothing related to a political campaign, but you have no idea how that information can be shared with a political campaign. Now, the other question is, where do campaigns get information about you? And I mentioned earlier that they have a lot of information about you that they use to profile you. They're interested in things like your spending habits, your lifestyle, your online activity, and a lot more. But the question is, how do they get this data? One, through big tech companies. Big tech companies like Facebook and Google has billions of data about its billions of users. You see how on Facebook you are able to do an ad. Like for me at the Fabulous Woman Network, when we want to target women in Kumasi, we are able to specifically pay for ads that target women in Kumasi. In the same vein, political campaigns can target exactly the category of people they want their ads to reach. Facebook, Google, YouTube, and all these websites already have the information, they have the data. All they have to do is to tell them, this is who I want to see my ad. And the company just places the ad for them. They pay a lot of money, of course, like we all do, and then they get their ad to reach you. Another strategy they use that a lot of us don't know is that there are companies we refer to as data brokers who actually sell data to people or to political campaigns. You know, there are a lot of these apps on social media that you can just put in your details and it makes your face look like how you look in about 100 years or whatever, and it might sound like, oh, it's just a game and it's just fun, but you never know what your data is being used for. There are companies that have gathered data over years, data about you and I, what we like, what we dislike, what we like to do on social media, where we like to go. Based on the different information, the different data about us, they put it together and they profile us, and they're able to sell these data to political campaigns. And so that is how campaigners have information about you that you don't even know they have. Another source that political campaigns can get information about you is the voter register, which of course we all have to put in our information so the government has access to the information for election purposes. It's not a bad thing, but it's also data that political campaigns may have access to, and they can use it to persuade you. They also have supporter databases because of course they already have their supporters and they're in groups and clubs, and they can also get information from there. They also do polls and surveys. Every year before election, you will see that there are surveys and there are polls coming up predicting that this person is going to win, that person is going to win. All these data can be analyzed and used to profile voters. And of course, the final one is social media posts. You may never know, but a lot of the information you are putting out there on social media is actually being used to profile you. And that brings me to my next question that I'm going to answer, which is, what does my social media say about me? Are you the type of person, for instance, who gets so upset about something going on, like corruption or child abuse or something, that you put up a post and you add 10 question marks and exclamation marks? This may look harmless, of course, but posts like these give hints about the sort of things you are passionate about. And it's information like this that leads political campaigns to profile you and know exactly what message to send you that will make you pay attention to them. The posts that you are stopping to read further, to like, you share, you comment, this is what they term digital listening. They are able to listen to what you are doing on social media, and through that they are able to profile you and target ads that they know you would like specifically to you. They will personalize the ad to you because they know you are passionate about things like that. So in order not to give too much information about yourself on social media, that is private information that you don't want the whole world to know, and hence for political campaigns to know, here's the next tip. Customize your social media preferences. And if you visit www.datadetoxkit.org, you can have information about how to do this, how to customize your social media preference. Next question. Did I agree to share my data? You may not know this, but you have agreed on multiple occasions to share your data to different companies. Take for instance, you go to a website, you are interested in finding something, finding information, but then they ask you to agree to certain things, so that you can get onto the next page. A lot of times they will put up some disclaimer or something in which you have to read, but most of us don't read these things. This is how they get you. By saying, I agree to that thing that you wanted, that's something else that had to do perhaps with you buying a pair of shoes or finding out information about your favorite musician or something totally unrelated. It could be in there in that fine print that such data that they are collecting can also be shared with someone, but because you didn't read it, you wouldn't know, and then you say, I agree, and then the next thing you know, political campaigners are all over you. You might have seen the same adverts follow you around everywhere you go on the internet. It is no coincidence. Companies actually use a combination of tools to track users as they browse the internet or access services on a mobile phone. These tools also allow advertisers to persuade you with a targeted ad. A political party can follow your click on their Facebook advert linking to their website, for example, and then see what parts of their website you visit, such as their education policy or donations pages. Using this information, they can target you with an advert based on those subjects, and this same advert will appear on other unrelated websites you browse. Tip number 3, lock down your mobile and desktop browsers. And to do this, you can find more information on www.datadetoxkit.org. Another question is, how do political campaigns know exactly where you stand, as in terms of your political affiliation? For some of you, you may want everybody to know that you are of this party or of the other. That is fine. But for a lot of you as well, you may want to keep that private, perhaps based on what you do or who you are known to be. And so it's very important that you don't give any indication at all as to which party you are intending to vote for. To do this, it is very important that you clear your location footprint. There's a lot of information about how to do this. I did a series of videos on this already in the past, and then if you go to datadetoxkit.org as well, you find many ways to clear your location footprint of your mobile devices. Remember, your vote is your power, and hence you need to make an informed decision and not be persuaded. You want to make an informed decision about who you want to vote for. You don't want somebody sitting somewhere behind certain computers to manipulate or influence you to vote for them or to vote for somebody else. So this is why at the Fabulous Woman Network, we feel very strongly that we should support tactical tech to do this education. Once again, my name is Amma Duncan. I am founder of the Fabulous Woman Network and Fab Hub Ashanti. Thank you for listening.